Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Mrs. Cindy over here. If you didn't know, now you do. Actually, today's not even a hard topic because coming back to America too. Why? They didn't have to do that. They killed it. They absolutely murdered a perfectly good movie that did not need a sequel. But you know what? Let's get right into the conversation because there's so much to say. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification button so you're the first to know whenever I drop a video. Let's do this.
Audio Jungle.
Eddie Murphy, why? You were my hero. Now you a zero. I'm just checking. But no, like he's actually a legend. Like he didn't even have to do things to be funny back then. But in this one, he just looked waxed out, tired. The whole cast just looked like they were tired. Way too much makeup, especially on Eddie. And I'm just like, come on, Uncle Eddie, wagwan. It just felt like, I don't even know what it felt like besides pain. I don't know what they were trying to connect to. I don't know what they were trying to identify with. But there was definitely misrepresentation. And you know when we talk about misrepresentation, this was it. This was literally it. Because they tried to talk about topics and okay, you know what, the first one was about going to America, experiencing America. This was essentially coming to Zamunda, which is meant to be Africa. Accentuate that, let that look like the richness of the culture and everything. Was not doing it. It was not a representation of Africa, you know. Before I get into the writing, the fact that this guy, you know what, there's spoilers everywhere, guys. So if you actually really want to watch it, I'll say watch it and then come and watch this video after. But the trying to get the whiskers from the lion was almost like the kind of story that they will ask you, oh, so you're from Africa, you must have like Mufasa as your pet. Like, it was literally promoting that as opposed to showing the fact that there's a lot more to the African culture than chasing down lions and tigers and bears. I'm not scared. I'm gonna stop. The writing, the whole storyline was trash. Trash. Absolute trash. Like, it made no sense whatsoever. There was, essentially, you were saying that the kid was brought out of rape. You talk about gentrification. You talk about sexism. You talk about, they talk about, like, people changing their sexuality. You talk about gender mutation. You talk about, they were just so, you know, when it was a thing of the thing is not shocking, there's so many things in it and they didn't even talk about it in depth. They just literally scratched the surface of stuff. So it's almost like you're opening wounds with no bids of trying to like sort it out. You're just scabbing at different parts of someone's body, like talking about privilege, everything. Nothing was, they didn't go into any detail about it. And that's the reason why I was shocked when they said one of the writers of Blackish was a writer in this movie, because Blackish deals with black issues, especially in America, with a lot of charisma, a lot of it's tasteful. This was distasteful. It was just, I don't know what they were trying to do. It was almost like someone trying to be woke, but you know they're really not woke. They've just read those topics and they decide to just throw in those keywords so that they look like they know what they're talking about. That was what that was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It was poor. The acting was poor. It was like there was no real connection to anything. It just felt like, I literally, the battle of all of us, yeah, in the chat. So basically in the Zoom, I didn't even mention, we did a Zoom thing to watch it, me and my friends. And then at this point we were all going in, like, have you seen this? How did it? What the hell? What did they mean? And I'm like, hey, girls. And we said, actually, if we watch this for 30 minutes and it's not banging, we're going to go back and watch the one. But you know when you're like, you know what, you're already on this painful journey, see it through to the end. You can't say, I watched 15 minutes and gave up. I watched it to the end and we should have given up. We should have let it go. We should have let go and let God have his way. But we decided to trip through it. And we were all questioning ourselves afterwards. Now, why did we do it? Why did we do it? I even had a cheat night for this. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't. It really wasn't. And then it was like there were so many characters in it as well. It was too much. Too much was going on. Too much was going on. And it was almost like you went to like the MTV Movie Awards and you just had, oh, presenting Tiana Taylor. She looked banging, by the way, but presenting Rotimi. It was just like, there's too much going on. Like, especially for even like a movie that was meant to be taking you back to Africa, until the very end when they brought David O out singing at the wedding. Everything else was like hip hop and that kind of stuff. So again, I guess they were trying to blend the two, but it just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was not blending. The blend was not hitting. It was not hitting. It wasn't hitting. It was not hitting. And if we go into the costumes, why? Tell me why. Why did the movie 30 years ago look better in terms of costumes? The only thing that was always questionable to me with 30 years ago was the Crowns Day. It looked like there were children that did like art class and then we were making crowns and sticking gems in them and jewels in them. That's what it looked like. But okay, the crown in this one, better. But the outfit, you know your school play, yeah? And you don't make your outfits. That's what it looked like. That whole grandness, you're meant to be royal, it was not giving the vibe at all. It was just like, oh man, what it is. The overall movie, it's just like, it's hurting me on the inside. Let me do my Jamaican accent. My heart hurt me on the inside. That's what it's called. It caused heartache because it literally just trashed my memory of the movie. And then I went on Twitter and there were a lot of people that I know watch the same movie as me because they saw like, what is this? But I'm giving big boy side eyes to those that were like, oh my god, best movie ever. It was so needed. No, it was not needed. It was not needed. We did not watch the same movie. We couldn't have. Amazon Prime, it wasn't it. Eddie Murphy, it wasn't it. They even had Morgan Freeman in it and Trevor Noah. And I'm like, how did you guys, two of my main people, how did you enter this? My total summary of the movie is God said no. We gotta let it go. It wasn't meant to be. If you want to waste some time and you just want to have something to watch because it's a pandemic and we're still on lockdown, go ahead and do it. But I'm certain that you could have just watched a blank screen and be happier. That's my opinion. Don't come for me for this, but trust me, it's just like, no, I was disappointed to the max, and I didn't even have any expectations in the first place. So for me not to have any expectations and still be disappointed, bruh, it was that deep. If I was gonna give it a star rating, it would be -1/10. Okay, 1/10. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you're as traumatized as I am in the comment sections below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Take care.